All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's had a good week. Hopefully, a lot of recording, a lot of sending videos out. That would be amazing. If you are new to the training here and you're new to Dubb, if you can put a one in the chat, that would be awesome. Maybe your industry as well, if you want to do that as well. So if you're new to Dubb, one in the chat. If you are returning, if you don't mind putting a two in there, that would be awesome, just to know where people are coming from, where they're at in the kind of journey. That would be amazing. So one if you're new, two if you're returning. Kelvin, I saw you put one in there with insurance. That's great. Let me come over to you, Kelvin, really quick. Let's see. And if you want to say hello, Kelvin, you can. You can unmute if you want to say hi.
Oh yeah, cool, cool. I keep forgetting you're live. Can you see me? I don't know if you could see me. I don't know if it
Yeah,
matters.
I know. I got your photo. These are for these things. It's set up with photo on your side. If you got one, and then just voice only.
Oh, cool. So I could be in my robe and okay,
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. See, we're that relaxed here at Dub. So
Oh my goodness, I totally love it. Let me grab a drink.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm in Baja. I'm doing a campaign for things, but right now, the reason I joined Dub was to uh, send something out to have client reviews. Clients sometimes are shy about doing reviews. They just want to set it and forget it. In the
Mhm.
meantime, a 20-year term policy, here we are 15 years in,
Yeah.
they refied, they have a huge mortgage now, but 5 years to go on that first insurance policy.
Yeah.
And still, you can't get them to wake up until they get this letter that it's going to end in the next month. And they, oh, Cal, what do I do? And now they develop diabetes. It's
Poor
like,
guys. Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, so I want to wake them up. So here's my face,
Mhm.
and here's a list of things that if they have concerns with, they can click here, click that one. I want to refi, whatever. I want to change my beneficiary, my wife died, whatever. And
Sure.
then that comes back to me, and then I can call them up and we can go through stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Look, it's one of the the great thing about sending videos is no matter the format that you choose, which we're going to cover in a little bit, but it's really about them, hearing you, seeing you, getting that personality, knowing that person, and a lot of the, folks that use Dubb, whether it's insurance, real estate, mortgage, coaching, consulting, finance, it's all relationship based stuff. So
Mhm.
a lot of that we found over the years is done really well in terms of someone presenting themselves in a very real way, which is what this is all about. So. Um, Kelvin, thanks for coming in, my friend. If you have any
Sure.
questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. This training is every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. this time here at PST, but we also upload these things to our YouTube support channel. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now. And usually what people do is they'll go back to certain parts of the training and say, oh, that's that part where I learned about this. That's that part where I do this. And then they'll go back and learn that way. So good to meet you, Kelvin. I'm also going to put in here an email address, and this is for everybody. And this is feedback at Dubb. So if you ever want to send us a video when you're first learning the platform, or you've been with Dubb for years and you want some feedback on your video, feel free to send us something. It's something we always enjoy kind of reviewing because maybe there's some tips in there, some tricks like, hey, give this a shot, do that. Feel free to send it over to feedback at Dubb. I saw that Brian, I saw you put a one in the chat as well. Let me come over to you, Brian, really quickly over here. Let me find you in the list here, Brian, 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 Brian. Let's see where you're at. There you are. Hey, Brian. If you can hear me okay, you can say hello if you'd like to. If not, you can say hi in the chat if you're busy on your side. But hello, I saw you put a one in there. Let's see. Who else had a one in here? Mark. Mark Davis. Your name looks familiar, Mark. But let me come over to you, Mark, really quick. If it's a Mark I'm thinking of, I definitely have talked to you before if it's Mark Davis. Hey, Mark, if you can hear me okay. Let's see. Looks like you guys are both on mute. You can say, oh, I see it. Yeah, Brian, I see your hello. Yeah, you're in real estate. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we had a lot of real estate folks that use the platform. I'm going to be going through the strategy stuff. And I typically mention, hey, if you're in this industry, if you're in this industry, check this out. So definitely pay attention to that. Let me see if I see any other ones in here before we begin. Okay. Well, welcome back to all the returners. Welcome into the ones and twos. We're going to start right now. I'm going to share my screen. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in there. I'm going to go through the presentation now and let me share my screen and let's get moving. Okay. Let me share here and here we go. Okay. So when you're sending a Dubb video, it's really about what does this thing look like when someone gets it. So with Dubb, the animated preview that you get, it's going to be a 3-second animated preview of what this looks like right here. Now, when you do send this out to someone, and they get it. It's about what is that hook? So you'll notice here with this, when we're doing this here, you want to have the ability to say, okay, whether it's one to one or one to many, what is the message that's going to get them to stop and want to watch this video? So before you record anything, you have to know what your hook is. So if you're using a ChatGPT, a Grok, a Gemini, a Claude, if you're using within the Dubb dashboard, if you're using our AI guide right in here called Auto, then what you want to do is you want to ask the AI, say, look, here's my ICP, my ideal client profile. Here's why I'm reaching out one to one or one to many. Here's the industry that I'm in. And here's what I would like them to do after consuming my content, whether it's booking a time in your calendar or taking that next step. So what you want to ask the AI to give you is to give you a list of, 20 to 30, 3 to 6 word hooks that you can use. So someone's going to want to click on this video. Now, the 3 to 6 words, the reason we say 3 to 6 words is because the little whiteboard that you see right there that I'm going to explain in a second has about 30 something characters. So, 3 to 6 words works pretty good. Also, 3 to 6 words works pretty good for your subject line up here in the top in terms of visibility when you're sending that out. So that's what you really want to get. So once you got your hook, then you can decide, okay, what kind of video do I want to record? This one right here is done with the webcam. So inside the Dubb platform in the website, there's a basic webcam recorder that you can do. And then you get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, Dubb app, Dubbapp. And then there's a whiteboard feature that I'm going to show in a little bit where you can type. But that's what that is right here. I've recorded that there, I have it there, and I'm recording from my webcam. Now, the 3 second preview you're seeing, this repeating GIF, is when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. That's the preview. You can change that inside of the platform with editing, but when you do hit record, it's going to be that first 3 seconds just so you have an idea. Now, as far as how did we do this, we're going to look at that in a second. But another way you can record from your webcam is visually something like this. So you can use the virtual background behind you. So if you don't want to hold up the whiteboard, or maybe just you haven't done that strategy yet, and you want to give some context or some hooks, you can put an image behind you that gives that as well. So in this case, it's obviously someone's profile, but it could be a company website you're reaching out to. It could be an article you're sharing. It could be a screenshot of an update or an action someone took. It could be a property if you're in real estate. And if it is a property in real estate, you can do a little combo here where you could have the property behind you and you could hold up the property address or fun fact about the property. Now, if it wasn't real estate, you can still do the same thing. Have someone's profile behind you or a website or a screenshot and do the same thing and have the hook. So you can do one or the other or both together creatively. And that's going to be able to give someone context and get them to want to click on your video. Now, you also have the ability to do screen recordings. So this right here was done with the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a browser-based screen recorder. And any website that you want to be on top of, you can do this. So if it's a market update like you see right here, all the different scenarios we just laid out, if you're trying to reach out on LinkedIn to someone, which I'll show in a little bit, this is a strategy you can use. So it's the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder, anything browser-based. And you'll notice that inside the bubble here, I have my whiteboard again. I could have been waving in there and said, hey, look, check this out. Little wave, little smile, that works. But why not take it to another level in terms of messaging as far as what's going on with that market? There's been a big change. So, something to think about in terms of adding that additional messaging. Now, there's also another screen recorder that we use, and it's something like this right here. Here, let me get out of here. Hold on one second. This one right here. Okay, so this is the desktop app right here, the Dubb desktop app. So screen recorder, but different than the Chrome. This is like a little drone that flies over the top of your computer. So it can go on top of websites, videos, slide decks, whatever you want, documents. And you can actually crop in as well, because you notice here, I'm pushed in on the site that I'm screen recording. So when I show both back to back, Chrome and desktop app, you'll see the difference in similarities between the two. They're both really great. And then we also have a mobile app. So the mobile app gives you the ability to record and have a virtual background behind you, like you see right here. Also have some text on screen. And you also can do a hook that we just did with the webcam that I showed you earlier. You can do the same thing with the mobile app. Type your hook, Have it above, below, different font, different color, anything you'd like. Now, the mobile app also has this picture-in-picture function, which is a lot of fun, especially for, real estate folks that do property walkthroughs. It's kind of tailor-made for it. You can record what's in front of you, uses both cameras, and be on the screen as well. If you're not in real estate and you're at a live event or anything like that, and you want to show the crowd and, post it to social media or send it out to your contacts, you also can sit right at your computer, pull up a site like we just looked at, someone's website, profile, whatever it is, properties, and take your phone and just lean in to the computer physically. And then it would show you on the screen and what you're showing. Another thing you can do is if you're with a client, right? You're physically with a client and you want to do a quick little testimonial video, you can just have them sit across from you, record them, and then you'll be on the screen there and you're recording them right there. You're in the top left and they're sitting right there and you can have a cool little conversation back and forth that you can post and use for video testimonials. Now, regardless of the styles that you do choose when you do this, when someone clicks on their video, they're going to be taken to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So what's going to happen is they're going to see your logo to the top left, the initial video you recorded right in the middle, and then playlist videos, which are going to play right over here to the right. The power of the playlist videos is it gives you more information, it gives them more information, but it also allows you to record a video one time about what you do. Basically, your pitch video, minute, minute and a half, and it will play automatically and seamlessly after this first video. So that way, that first video can be on topic, like we talked about before, with that hook, that question, that statement, that value that you're bringing to that person or group of people you're reaching out to. And it focuses on that. And these initial videos, should definitely be a minute or less. I wouldn't go longer than that. Get right in, get right out, have them take an action when it's done. And then this video will play right after. Now, if you do have video testimonials, this is a really nice spot to have them here. It kind of closes the loop when someone sees this. Now, below here, you have your buttons, your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've consumed the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Probably the most popular button in sales. Do you want them to check out a case study, leave a review, email you back, fill out a form, have a link to an external form, check out your website, download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide? So there's a number of options you can have below. If you do have multiple buttons, I would just go in order of importance from left to right with the one big action you want them to do first, and then have the other ones down there as well. Now, if you want to get video testimonials like you see right here in the playlist, this little button right here, reply with video, works great. So what you can do is send someone a video, have this button below it, just like this, and you say, "Hey, this is Rob. Listen, I would love to get a video testimonial from you. It's super easy. It's not complicated. All you need to do is click below the reply with video button and send me a video right back." It's really that easy. And then ask them any questions you want. They send the video back to you. And then you get a little notification inside of Dubb that says, "Hey, you got a video reply." And then you just make it part of your playlist right here. And it works really well. Now, the last part of the preset landing page is our AI assistant, SIA, our Sales Interactive Assistant. Now, this is not a necessity that you have it on the page, but it's pretty awesome. With the amount of times we've had people say, "Hey, listen, this has been working great over the years. It's been pretty good." Because when people land here, maybe they're thinking about taking the next step, but maybe they have questions. So in real time over here to the right, you can have your FAQs. They can ask the AI a specific question, and the AI is going to want to give the answer, but then continue to keep the momentum going and push for whatever your desired outcome is. In this case, it's booking time in my calendar because that's what my lead CTA is. Now, the AI is educated inside of the Dubb platform where you can upload a PDF. You can also put in individual website pages where it can physically learn what's in text on those pages. So you can do one or the other or both, and then the AI will be educated on what you do. Now, these preset landing pages right here in general, these ones, when you have a split in your audience, like if I was in real estate and I worked with buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, right, commercial, residential, all those different splits, I would want to have a preset landing page for those different parts of my audience. Same thing for recruiting, employers, candidates, insurance, different kinds of insurance clients, mortgage, coaching, consulting, finance, whatever industry you're in, if there's a different message for a part of your audience, then you want to have a different preset landing page. So when you get on a paid plan with Dubb, one of the first things that the team does is they come into Zoom, they meet you for an optimization setup, and they will help you set up the buttons, the logos, the pages, and those things so you can get started right away. The other thing is when you send these Dubb videos out, everything is tracked. So you're going to know, did they open the email? Did they view the page? Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? Did they watch the video? And if they did watch, what is that watch percentage? That way you can follow up in a really, really smart way. Now, in terms of recording these different types of videos, how would we record something like a webcam video that you see here? Well, inside Dubb, there's a big red button that sits right here up at the top. It's create video. Click this here, and it's going to open up your webcam. Now, when it opens up, it's going to put you here. To get the whiteboard that you saw that I was holding before, Dubb mobile app, Dubbapp. And once you have it, this is where you're going to click. So here is the home area that the app, sorry, it's a little bright. It's that little button right up there at the top, that little square button. So when you select that square button, that is where I was typing. So you type your hook right in here, you type it, you turn it, and there you go. It's ready to go just like this. Now you also can do the virtual background. So the virtual background, you can go below here, select virtual background, come down to, we have some stock ones in here that you can use, but you want to go to your photos. And this is where you can upload in here any screenshots that you have of the stuff that's going to give context, like we talked about before. And it creates a little library for you that you can choose from, select the one that you want, and then it's going to put it behind, just like this. And then you just want to make sure you have a good front light. I have a ring light right here, but if you have natural light or a combination of both, that works great. If you're using your hands to talk, I would go dinosaur T-Rex arms in here that way, because if you go out into the soup, they're gonna get lost. So I'd keep them right in here. And again, you can do both whiteboard and background, or just the background, or just the whiteboard. So it's your choice. And to undo the virtual background, just click the button and it undoes, and it just it gets rid of it. Now, in terms of a teleprompter, every recording option in Dubb has a teleprompter option. So on this one here, all you have to do is click up here into the top, and I can go right to scripting to save a script, because you have to have a script saved into Dubb first before you can use the teleprompter. So if I click create new script, it will take me inside the platform and I can save one. I also can scroll to find a script that I already have saved in the platform, or I can look something up by title, just like this. Now you have some directions here that you can do. So you can zoom your text in, which is what you're going to want to do so it scrolls. But depending on how deep you want to scroll it, you can go back or forth. You also can hit the play button here, test the teleprompter to see if you like that speed, and you can adjust the speed up or down right here by clicking this up or down. Now, if you do want to make some real-time changes to the script, you can hit the pencil icon right here, make your changes, then just click save. Because sometimes when you have a script that's written beforehand, but then you read it out loud, it sounds a little different. You might want to make a little change. In terms of the physicality of this, I would go about arm's distance away, let the words flow up into your eye line. You're going to record by hitting the button right here in the middle. So I'm going to do both these things. I'm going to have my hook here. I'm going to hit the record button, get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And then I can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom if I want to pause the recording. It'll stop the recording and the teleprompter. And then if I want to resume, just tap that same button and it'll keep going. If I want to delete the video, tap the red X. It will always ask you, are you sure? And if you'd like to save this video into the Dubb platform, it is the blue check mark to save it. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap the little button here and it closes. So this is one of the more straightforward ways you can communicate. Your hook is right here. You can have the virtual background behind you, or you can have a combination of both. So I'm going to hit the check mark here, and it's going to save this video into the Dubb platform. Now, anytime a video is saved into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page inside of the platform. Now, when you're in here, you can do a number of things. So I'm just going to select a different video because that one there is still transcoding. So let's just grab this one right here. So number one, right up here at the top, you can change the, hold on one second, let me get rid of these little buttons here, these little bouncy buttons. Right up here at the top, you can change the title of the video internally. You can highlight this in here. Just make sure you hit the check mark when you're done, because that will save the title. And then also, if you want to preview what this landing page looks like with the video on it, You can click that little button to the right. It's going to open a new tab. And hey, there's the video you recorded. There's your playlist videos. There's your AI. There's your buttons. Everything looks great. So it gives you a chance to preview it. Now, over here, there's a little drop down. And notice it says Rob's preset with a check mark. Anytime I record a video, I have a default preset landing page. So that preset landing page you just saw will always be attached to whatever I record unless I decide to change it. I have multiple preset landing pages, like we just mentioned earlier, that you should have ones for different parts of your audience. I can access that right here. So if I choose a different preset landing page, it's going to change everything about the background that you just saw buttons, videos, everything. So it's convenient. Now, you also can download the MP4 version of any video that you save into Dubb, which is great for social media content because they like the raw videos. So you can download the MP4, upload it into the different socials, and then have your landing pages there as well. Now, over here to the right, there's a QR code. Every Dubb video has one. So if you're doing any kind of physical mail marketing, like door hanger stuff or stuff in the mail, make a fun video that says, "Hey, thanks for pulling me out of that mail stack," or "Thanks for pulling me off the door handle," something fun like that. You also, if you're at an event and you have a booth, you can have a little placard set up with a pre-made video. If you're walking around meeting people at an event, you could have a pre-made video that says, "Hey, listen, it was great meeting you at the event. Click below if you want to keep in touch." That way, when you meet someone and they scan the QR code, that video is already made. So you have a lot of different options that you can do with this. If you're in real estate and you're doing open houses, it's perfect for it. Put it in the placard, put it on the counter, someone scans it. "Hey, thanks for coming to this open house. By the way, if you'd like to see more properties, all you have to do is click below and they can check out more." Now, you also have the ability to upload this directly to your YouTube channel. So if you do have one, you can upload it right to the channel if you'd like. And you also have some information down here on this page. You have an analytics tab. So this is going to give you feedback. Now, this is a little AI coach we have here called Kyra. So it's an AI coach. If you click generate, it's going to give you feedback on delivery analysis, content, and the visuals. So it really gives you kind of that holistic coaching that you need kind of right away before you do anything else. It's pretty quick. And then you have activity right over here that I mentioned earlier. So you can really drill down on, is anyone clicking on the buttons? Is anyone opening the emails? Are they watching the video? If they are, what is that watch percentage? So I know what they've consumed and I can follow up, in a smart way. You also have a details tab right here. So the details tab is just going to remind you, remember, these are the buttons below your video. This is the AI sales assistant on your page. And these are the playlist videos that are going to play after. If you want to make the changes here, you absolutely can. I can add or delete the sales assistant, the videos, the buttons if I want to. And if you ever sent this video out to someone, right, you sent it already, but you wanted to make some changes that you forgot to make, you can still make those adjustments now and it will refresh on the other side for that person, which is pretty convenient. And then you also have the ability to edit any video that you save into Dubb. So if I select the edit tab right here, I can play the video. I can drag my timeline to whatever I'd like to cut out. So let's just say I want to cut something out here. I can drag it to say, let's say this is the cut point. I can hit the scissor icon right here, splits the clip. I can drag it to the second cut point here, scissor icon, split. And now I've got the thing in pieces. And whatever is highlighted in orange, that's what I'm going to get rid of. Just hit the trash can and it's gone. If I want to bring everything back, just click undo, 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 and you're right back to where you started. Now, there's also a design tab. So this is what I mentioned in the beginning. When you record a Dubb video, the first 3 seconds is going to be that animated preview that repeats. But you can change that in here. I can drag this timeline to a different part of the video that I like visually better, and I can click generate thumbnail, and that will be the animated preview that repeats. I also can upload my own thumbnail if I want to do that. So there's a lot of options here, but to be efficient, when you get ready to hit record, just be ready for that first 3 seconds. Okay, so we recorded a video, we got it on a preset landing page. Now we just want to send this. So to send it, we're going to come over to an email. We're going to open a compose, and then this is going to be the options right here. So compose, and you want to have some best practices here. Now, what I normally do in here is, with Gmail, you can save little templates in here. So depending on the email that you're using, I always just save some stuff in here. So what you want to do is you want to have the word video in your subject line right up here at the top. First thing someone sees, first thing they read, it's rare to see it still, that word video right away. And then you want to have that hook that we talked about in the beginning that you're going to get. And then you want a little bit of text in here in terms of why they should watch the video. And then you're going to drop the video in. You can do this in a couple ways. So inside the Dubb platform, there's a big blue share and send button right to the right, this big thing. Click this here, drop the email into the person you want to send it to. You can even add a little personalization text at the top if you want to. You don't have to do this. Copy for email, come right back over here, and it's a copy and paste. And you've dropped it in just like that. Now, you also can do it from a shortcut. So, inside of the Gmail Compose window, you're going to see a little Dubb button right down here at the bottom. If you use Outlook 365, it'll be off to the right in add-ins. But these are two places you can use a shortcut. The reason that little Dubb button is there is because we have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder right up here at the top. Notice it's in the browser. We're going to look at that in a second, the screen recorder. But because we have that, that little shortcut shows up. So when you select that button there, opens up the Chrome extension. You can see me scrolling through my video library right down at the bottom. And then all I have to do is just find the one that I want, insert the video, pops it right in there, and I'm able to send it. So if you have Gmail or Outlook 365 and you have the Dubb Chrome extension, you have those two shortcut options. Now, in terms of screen recording, how would we do this? So this example that I showed in the beginning, browser-based screen recorder. Any website that you want to show within the browser, be on top of it, like you see right here. That is the Dubb Chrome extension. So just Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a three-step process to get it pinned right up here at the top. And then you're able to record on top of your browser. So we're going to use LinkedIn as an example. But again, this is any website within your industry. So I'm going to open up the Chrome extension like this, and it's going to put me on the screen, like you see right here. Now, the thing you want to think about when you're on top of a website is what is the size, shape, and placement of your webcam? So size-wise, I can grab the edge like this and make it as big as I want. I'm not going to go too big because I don't want to cover everything that I'm trying to show. And then size, shape-wise, you can change it right here. So whether you want to go phone shape, rectangle, square, I'm going to stay circle because Ruben's in a circle. I kind of want to match the aesthetic. So just think about that when you're on a page. And then lastly, where do you want to put yourself? Where's a cool spot to go? So I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. I could knock on his bubble if I wanted to. And inside of here, I have some functions. I can frame myself a little closer if I want to do that. I also can physically move myself around inside of here. I also can jump to full screen if I want to jump to full screen and go back to the page. I also have the ability to go right over here and turn my camera off. So if I want to do just an audio walkthrough of of the page, I totally can do that. If I want to use a profile picture, I can use that as well. And I can also change to it give myself a virtual background behind me right in here inside the bubble if I want to do that like we did before. So I have that as an option. You also have an annotation tool right over here to the left to point some things out, which we're going to use in a little bit. And you can even use a teleprompter, which is right here. This teleprompter is a little bit different. This one you can physically move around wherever you want to. You can grab the size like this, manipulate it here. And when you find the script, it's the same thing. You can adjust the speed up or down. You can back the text off or zoom it in. And I'm going to physically move this towards my camera up here at the top. Now, the thing is with the Dubb Chrome extension, because it's browser based, if you want to use the teleprompter with the Chrome, I wouldn't go full screen on my browser because if I do, it's going to hide that teleprompter tab. But if you leave a little bit of space, you hit record and you tap it to bring it forward, you're able to use it. So just keep that in mind when you use it. Now, lastly, there's three orientations to record with the Chrome. If I have it on camera, it's going to get my entire computer screen. If I have it on tab, it's going to get just the tab that I'm on. It'll be just this. You won't see any of the tab mess I have at the top. And if I'm on screen, it will get my entire computer screen. The only time I'd want to use that for me is if I was talking to Ruben and say, hey, listen, I want you to check out this site. I click on one of the tabs, it follows me over to the other tab. So in this example here, I'm just going to use tab. So it'll be a clean cut of this page. I'm also going to bring in my hook because I want to bring this in for the additional messaging. So I'm going to click Start Recording to the right. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. I'm going to click Share, get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I wanted to send you this quick video here because I noticed that you wrote a book called Click Record. I love Click and Record. So I did the little 3-second animated preview, right? The little 3-second I'm moving, I'm looking, I'm doing this. And then I jump to full screen. When you're doing these screen recordings, jumping to full is a cool way to say, hey, this is a reminder about something. It breaks the visuals. You're talking directly to the person. It's a nice little change of pace. So if you want to do that, you can take your mouse and hover over your webcam like I'm doing right now, double click, double click the page to go back. You also can click this little square right here. Click that here, brings you here, go back to the page. You also can physically scroll around. You can be very free flowing, whatever your natural style is. You also can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom. You don't have to do the whole thing in one shot. Hit the pause button, click it again, resume, keep recording. You also can use the annotations, which are right over here. So you can do here, point this out here. You can do text on screen if you want to. You also can put things in numerical order of importance like this. You can do underlining, drawing on the screen, and then you're able to do that there. So annotations are a great way to make a point about something. So it's cool to use them. So if you want to reach out on LinkedIn, great way to do it. People have done over the years. If you want to do market updates, anything within your industry where you want to physically be on top of the browser and the site and walk someone through something, this is a great way to do it. So I'm going to hit the check mark below, and it's going to save this video into the Dubb platform. Now, how would I share the video that I just recorded with Ruben? How would I share that? So what I would do is I would want to connect with Ruben first. So I'm going to send him a connection request on LinkedIn. Most people connect. And then once you're connected, then you're going to click message. And when you select message, then you're going to have the ability to share the video with Ruben like you see right here. Now, the whole idea behind sharing that like that is so they can see the preview and say, wow, okay, that's going to attract me, kind of like you would with an email. And it's the most important thing that you can do because LinkedIn has a lot of, copy and paste messaging. So that definitely stands out. Now, the next screen recorder that we're going to look at is the Dubb desktop app. So Chrome is what you just saw. Desktop app can fly over everything, not just the browser, documents, camera slides, videos, whatever you got on your screen. So you're going to Google Dubb desktop app. You're going to download it from Mac or PC. And when you have it on a Mac, it'll be up here at the top, little D symbol on the bottom. It'll be on a PC, it'll be at the bottom. You can see the functionality right here. You also can click View Quick Menu, and this will bring it up like this. So I'm going to click Record Screen so we can compare the two that we just looked at. Here, I'm going to open this up, and first we're going to start with the similarities. So similar wise, webcam, same as the Chrome. You can do all the same functionality that we saw before. The annotation tool, right over here to the left, does all the same annotations. The teleprompter is a little bit different. It's similar to the Chrome that you can physically move it around like we did with the Chrome, but it's different in terms of its options. So right over here to the left, you're going to notice it says auto track, which means if I was going to hit record right now and I read the script, it would go at my own pace. I can do scroll speed if I want to, like you saw the other one. So if I don't want voice recognition, just tap it closed. And now you'll notice that I can drag this up or down for the speed that I want, or click it again for auto track. It's your choice. So it gives you that ability for choice on that one. Now, in terms of actually recording, here's some cool stuff. Right here is a red slash through this square here at the bottom. If I was to hit record right now, it would get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of this red slash by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the borders of what I'm recording. Right now it's on landscape, so this is the orientation for YouTube, and I can put it on top of anything I want to put it on top of. I can change it to portrait. So if I want to do a social video right from my desktop app, I'm in the proper orientation that I can put it on top of something. I also have the choice to do custom, which means I can drag this and crop this around anything I would like to crop around, which means I can get very specific in terms of what I'm showing, which I really like. Now, the recording itself, how is this different? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit the record button. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown like we did before, and now I am recording. I can pause and resume just like we did with the other recordings, but the major difference is the check mark. So the check mark that we've seen prior to this, when we click the check mark, it saves it into the Dubb platform. Not the case with the desktop app. When I select the check mark now, it's going to open up a preview window, and there is the clip that I have just recorded. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So we're going to record a bunch of clips, merge them together into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb. The cool thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop any MP4 files that you have and make them part of this story. Now, what I've just recorded was a screen recording clip. So how would I continue recording now? Because I just have one clip. How do I keep going? So down at the bottom left, there's 3 creative icons that you can click on to continue recording. The one all the way to the left is record screen video, which is what I just did. So when I select that button there, it's going to open up and it's going to put me right back on the screen where I was. And I could have pulled up a different website, a different doc, whatever I wanted to show next. I'm going to hit record. And now I'm just recording another clip in that same style that I did before. I'm going to hit the check mark here, and there we go. And now I can physically move this around in any order that I would like to. So I don't have to record chronologically, which is really kind of frees you up. You can do the end first, the middle, whatever you want, because you can slide them around. I also can tap the three dot menu of every clip and download or delete it. So if I love a clip, I can keep it. If I don't love it, I can get rid of it. Now there's also a little creative icon down at the bottom left, which is your webcam recording option. So if I select that button, it's going to open up my webcam. I'm going to hit record. And now this clip could be the beginning of the video. It could be the end of the video. It could be me just wanting to make a very specific point about something. Hit the check mark. And then there's that clip, which looks physically different than the other ones. The last choice down to the bottom left is what's called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to take a pre-recorded video, put it inside of a bubble, and put it on top of anything that you'd like. So I could sit in front of my webcam, record a video about a market update, save it into my Dubb video library, and then pull up an actual market update, website or doc, whatever it is, slide deck. And then I could click narrator video option down to the bottom left. It'll take me right in here inside my video library, take the pre-recorded version of me, and just put me on top of it. So when I hit record, the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system we use. And I can scroll around, do whatever I want. I can just relax and scroll and point things out if I want to. Now, when we're ready to merge these clips together into one video, you have two options here. Down at the bottom left, you can click, bottom right, you can click upload. That will merge all the clips together and save them into the platform. You can also click edit, which will again merge the clips together, but it won't save it into the platform yet because you can edit the video right here. And this video editing is just like the one I showed you inside of Dubb. Cut the parts out you want, and then you can save it into the platform. Now, the last kind of recording that we're going to look at is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the Dubb mobile app is very similar to the desktop app in terms of it is a clip recorder as well. And it has some other cool stuff too that I'm going to show you right now. But the basis of it is it has the ability to do clip recording, which is pretty neat because it's a good storytelling strategy like you just saw right there. So let me share my screen here and let me show you how we're going to do this. So again, you want to get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, Dubb app, Dubbapp. And when you have it, here's your video library right here in the middle. Here's the home area of the mobile app. And to record, you're going to tap the blue camera icon at the bottom, and it's going to open up your camera. Now, when you first are using the Dubb mobile app, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute. I always slide mine over to 10. You can pick different times down here, but 10, it can't go beyond 10 because it won't go beyond 10 minutes. To tap, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom to record. You can see the timer here, and you can see the timer right here on the button. I can pause and resume this recording if I want to. I can tap the pause button there, stop, tap it again to resume. To end the recording, I'm going to tap the circle here, and there is the clip that I have just recorded. So just like the Dubb desktop app, clip recording. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area if I do need it. I'm going to hit record one more time. Here we go. You can see a timer here again here at the bottom. Tap the circle again, and there is the second clip. Now I can physically move these clips around. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, slide it. So I don't have to record chronologically. I can tap a clip individually and I can delete, download, trim, and if I select edit, it gives me the ability to add royalty-free music here if I'd like to. We have a whole library that you can use. Just make sure you adjust the levels so the music doesn't overwhelm your voice. We also have a text icon to the right, where if you select the text icon, this is in the beginning what I was talking about. You can add the text here. You can do your hook, put it in different fonts, different colors, put it wherever you want, above your head, below your head, wherever you want to do it. You also have a microphone voiceover option to the right. If you select that there, just hold that down, do a voiceover. You also have the option to speed up the clip all the way up to 10x. So if you have a cool kind of action clip with you running around or doing something fun and you want to speed that up, you can speed it up. You also have an icon to the bottom right if you want to do burned in subtitles. You can do them there or you can do them at the end. Now, these icons right here, what do these icons do? So if you tap the tooltip at the top, it's going to tell you what their functionality is, and then just tap it again to close it. This one right here is a countdown timer. I always have mine on 3 seconds. You can choose 3 or 10, but 3 seconds feels like just the proper amount of time. 3, 2, 1, and ready to go. Now you also have this right here. This is video stabilization. So if you're doing a walk and talk and it's kind of all over the place a little bit, a little herky jerky, and you want to smooth things out, select this right here, select low, medium, or high, and it basically will take it from this to more like this, kind of like using like a gimbal in filmmaking. Now, if you want to use a teleprompter, this button right here. So when you select this here, you're just going to find your script again like we did before, and then you can adjust your speed between 1 and 10. You can hit the play button, see if you like that speed. You also can click the pencil icon to make those changes. And if your eyes are not staying at the top, right, and they're not letting the words flow up, and you're looking for the words, you're looking down, either increase the speed or slide the guardrail up like this. So you only have the option to keep your eyes where they're supposed to stay. Now, if you're doing landscape, just turn the phone and it will adjust right next to the camera that way. You also have this option. If you have an iPhone, you can select the gear icon to the right. You can select auto track. And when you hit record here, this is going to be voice recognition like this. What if your most powerful tool was a story? So then it would normally, I have a little bug here, would normally highlight the words as it goes along, and then it's able to move at your pace. So if you do have an iPhone, it does give you that option to do that. So either auto scroll or auto track. And then you would tap the X to the top right, and it closes it. Now, if you recorded a video outside of the mobile app and you want to make it part of your story here, all you have to do is go to the folder icon here, find that video on your phone, say, hey, do you want to add the clips? Yeah. And then just add them in here and make it part of the story. If you want to physically record what's on your screen, it is this button right here. If you want to use filters, this button right here. So you can kind of scroll through here. Black and white, skin smoothing, kind of different effects. Just, see what you like. I always thought this one was kind of funny. So you can do some of those. And then you have picture in picture down here at the bottom. So picture in picture is what I showed in the beginning, where you can record what's in front of you and you can be on the screen at the same time. So I can move myself around, make myself bigger, smaller. I can zoom into the background if I want to. So cool options with that. Lastly, you have your virtual background. So, like in the beginning, we talked about with the webcam, if it's a property, website, profile, article, screenshot of an action, anything for context and hooks, take screenshots on your phone, go here, and then it just puts it behind you, just like this. And then when you're ready to merge these clips into one video, all you have to do is tap the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge everything together. And once they're merged together, then you're going to have a finished copy of that video on your phone. And then you also can upload it into the Dubb platform by clicking the blue upload button right there. And then you can access it anywhere inside of Dubb. Now, the mobile app also you can send. So let me reshare and I'll show you this here. So if you want to be able to send from the mobile app, here's what it would look like. So you're inside here. Here's your video library. Just select the video that you want. Click that blue button in the middle that says share video and select copy for email. It'll copy to your clipboard, paste it. Copy for SMS, copy to the clipboard, paste it. You also can tap the icons to the top right above the video. The block icon is for email. The paper airplane icon is for SMS. And you're able to do that. Now, you also have the option too, if you have a CRM that you really do like if you have a HubSpot, if you have a Salesforce, if you have a Go High Level, we do have a lot of integrations with these different CRMs and third-party senders. So if you do want to just keep those companies and those workflows that you have, see the list is right here, then you can do that and you just add Dubb videos to it. Now, if you want to lower your tech stack, or maybe you don't have a CRM and you want to use Dubb, you absolutely can do that. You can come over here to the left, upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You also can do campaigns within Dubb. If you want to do bulk email and SMS, you also can do automation. So automation is part of our Pro Plus plan. So with Pro Plus, you have the ability to do drip sequences. So if you signed up for a free trial to Dubb, you would notice, if you didn't, if you waited, you did the full 7 days, and we have like a 12 or 13 email sequence that someone would get. So you can control how much you send that out. So if you don't have drip sequences with your CRM, if you have one, and you want Dubb to do it, that would be part of the Pro Plus plan. There's Pro and Pro Plus. Now, as far as auto, right here in the dashboard, this AI guide that you see right here, all you have to do is click this little button here to the right, and this is our profile feature. This is pretty neat. So the AI wants to learn about your audience. So before you ask Auto to write a script for you, why not educate Auto on your audience? Like we talked about with the landing pages earlier. You want a different preset landing page for that different part of your audience. So if I was in real estate and it worked with buyers and sellers, I would want a buyer profile and a seller profile. So you just click create profile and then you just start answering the questions. And then the AI learns about this part of your audience. So before I ask Auto to write me anything, I just select that part of the audience. So it remembers everything about it. And then I can say, hey, Auto, write me an email about this, or hey, Auto, write me a video script on blah, blah, blah. It writes the script for you. It even asks you, hey, do you want to save this into Dubb? Yes. And then it will save it into scripts, and then you can just load it right into a teleprompter. So it's a nice little flow that you can get into with that. Now, you also have the ability to share Dubb. So we have a referral program called Dubb Partners. So it's right here to the left. You click referrals, click apply now. It will create this little link that you can share. And we do a 30% recurring commission on anybody that subscribes to Dubb through that link. You can even invite them right in here to the live training, dubb.com/T. We do this thing every day. So why not have them come in, check out Dubb, and then they have your link to subscribe. If you do want to be part of the different webinars that we have each week, this is kind of our lineup. So on Thursdays, I'll go backwards. On Thursdays, we have our Dubb Partner Coaching, which is what I was just talking about, our Dubb Partner Program. So we talk about different strategies that you can use to share Dubb. So I just dropped that link in the chat. So if you do want to come into those, we talk about strategies all the time, whether it's directly or indirectly. And the 30% doesn't sunset or go away unless someone stops paying us. So if you're on a paid account with Dubb, you get four or five, six people within that range, you got a free account. Now on Wednesdays, we do a real estate webinar. So the one on Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. PST, the one on Thursdays at 11 a.m. 11:30 a.m. PST as well. But the one on Wednesdays is all about real estate. So if you're in real estate and you just want it focused on that, I would come in and check out the 11:30 a.m. ones on Wednesday. Now, on Tuesday, we have Pro Plus coaching. Pro Plus coaching is with Ruben and Darius, the founders of Dubb. So this is if you have Pro Plus, again, we have Pro and Pro Plus. If you have Pro Plus, you'll have access to that coaching. They have their own curriculum. They have a little form you can fill out called Open Mic, where you can talk about your business and they give you advice in and out of the platform. So it's pretty in depth. So if you want that there, you have the ability to do that. Now, if you're on the free trial, folks that are here today, if you're on the 7 day free trial and you're checking Dubb out, if you want to upgrade to Pro or Pro Plus, put upgrade in the chat down there, and then we'll have the team reach out to you with our best deal that we can give you if you're not on a paid plan yet. So if you want to put upgrade in there now, feel free to do that. You can always email support and send the word upgrade to them, and they'll give you the best deal. If you're on Pro and you want to upgrade to Pro Plus, just either throw an upgrade in there now or email support at Dubb and say, I'd like to upgrade. What's the best deal you got from going from Pro to Pro Plus? And then we'll take care of that for you. So the bottom line is it's really about isolating your use case, right? Your goal, your use case, and then taking the proper technology to make that happen. Whether it's you introducing yourself to someone, holding up the whiteboard with that message right from your webcam, whether it's sharing your screen because you physically want to walk someone through something, or if you have the mobile app and you're out and about and you're using the picture in picture, there's a lot of little creative things that you can do to get people to notice you, which is one of the best, which is the whole idea of everything, getting noticed and then getting some responses. Okay, so let me pop over here and let me see what we had over here in the chat. Today was a little different. Unfortunately, we didn't have Ina today to go through the chat when we're doing this here. But let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Is anything on their mind, kind of from what they saw? Anything? If anyone wants to put a hand up, if they have a question, they can feel free if you'd like to. Anybody going once, going twice, going thrice? Okay. Well, if you do, let me see. I saw a little message pop in here. Hold on. Me, Kelvin. Hey, Kelvin, let me pop over to you. Kelvin, go ahead, my friend.
Let me unmute. Okay, so let's see. Just a couple of quick things. So if I'm sending this out, and it's me doing the video, and I want to mention their name
Hmm.
specifically,
Yeah.
do I need to do that each time if they're different, multiple people
You
versus,
know, if you want to say it, yes.
hmm
If you want to say it, if you wanted to open the video with, let's say you had a hook that was the hook we talked about, but you don't say their name, you
hmm
can have the name put at the top where it says it in the email as well. So it's kind of that whole thing. They see it here, they see it here, but then you start talking and it feels like
hmm
there's that as an option, but there isn't an option to change
hmm
your mouth or anything like that yet, as of
I
yet.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And is this, I'm sure you mentioned it, is this going out email or text or both?
Both. Yeah, you can do
Both.
both. The only nuance difference with SMS messaging is if you were to text me a video and our
Mhm.
phones have not communicated, it's
Mhm.
only going to be a link. So we kind of recommend the permission-based thing, like, "Hey, Rob, you know what I mean? Like, can I share this video with you?" Something along those
Mhm.
lines. You say, "Yes, I sent it to you." Boom, you can see it. You could technically send the link, and then if you respond back, it will open and show because you've responded. You can technically download the GIF if you wanted to, if you kind of wanted to cheat it a little bit. You could send me the link, download the GIF, send it to me. So I see the link, but then I'd see a little animated GIF too. The GIF wouldn't take me anywhere, but I would see the visual. Do you know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
kind of a little
Mhm.
two-step workaround.
So again, okay, I'm sorry. So I would send the GIF and a link. They would
Just
click,
on SMS, just because it won't show. If we're strangers,
right.
just sending the link won't show it all together. If we knew each other, our phones knew each other, where you
Uh-huh.
responded, then you can just send the video and it's the link and the GIF together and it takes them to the landing page.
Right. So since these will be my insurance clients, most of them will know me. A couple of them haven't heard from me in years.
Yeah.
They may or may not have me on their phone. But if I could do both, of course I'll do both because I like this constant contact thing and
Yeah.
they always look at it. So
Yeah.
that kind of answers the question. So if they're familiar with me, they'll see my name come on.
Yeah, they'll see everything. You just send the link and they'll see the preview and then they click on it, they're brought to the landing page.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same like way it would happen with an email.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well.
And then style wise, just kind of, since you know a lot of the folks and you're kind of re-engaging, it's really about, are you sending them an update on some information where you're in the bubble kind of pointing things out, or are you just
Yeah.
kind of taking the whiteboard and say, "Hey, listen, I got this thing that I want to talk to you about." Things like that creatively.
Right.
Yeah. And if
Okay.
you want to, Kelvin, feedback at Dubb. If you ever want to send something over to us, we can always check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Very good. Thanks.
Great. Yeah, good talking to you, my friend.
Yeah, you too. You too.
And then Mark, I saw you had a question. Looks like is there a phone number? Let me see. Mark, let me come over to you. I'm not sure what you mean by it. Is there a phone number? Let me come over to you if you want to say. You should be able to unmute there, Mark. Hey, Mark.
No, I was just curious if there was a phone number to speak to a live person at Dubb. We had
You
a question.
know, we typically what we I mean, look, technically, what is the number? I don't know. Has anyone dialed it? I think we probably have one, yeah. But I don't think it's not really for it's tough on customer service when you have visuals and everything, you know. It's usually better to meet in Zoom. But if you have specific questions, you can always shoot them an email and say, "Hey, what's on your mind?" if you want to.
Okay, well, what is the email? Because you went over quite a few things to get it all down, one time with all the stuff you went through.
Oh, you can do a couple things here. So look, I'll put the email in here, but the best thing you can do is do this. I put this in the chat before, but let me just drop this in again right here. So this, here we go. I'm going to put it in right now,
The
Mark.
support at Dubb.com or
Yeah, that's the email, but I also dropped in there the YouTube link. So all these live trainings are on there. So what you can do is, and what a lot of people do is, you go back and watch it, pull up the part, like, okay, here's a part about the webcam. Watch that part, just isolate that if that's the kind of style of video you're going to record. And
well,
then
let me ask you, this company I'll be working with, they just use you primarily for videos. They're in
Mhm.
the financial service business. They do virtual selling. So they're
Mhm.
just following up, sending people videos. So how would I just learn that part of it?
Yeah, so you're just following up with somebody?
Yes.
Yeah, well, look, if you already met them,
They
I
do
thought,
webinars, then they follow up with the people.
right, but you'd be recording videos following up. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you've already met with them, or they were, right? So all you're doing is following up. So I would do, remember how I showed you this? Let me show you this. I would record from your webcam and I would use this. Let me show you. Mobile app, right? Dubb mobile app. Sorry, it's a little
Yes,
bright. But remember the little box up here, that little square where you can type
yes.
that? I would do that, but I would put in, do you use ChatGPT or Auto or Grok or anything?
I really haven't. No, I'm an older guy. I'm not real tech savvy.
Well, if you want, just do this. I don't know, this is kind of cool if you do this. Let me show you. So when you watch this recording back, just come back to this part. Okay, so inside of Dubb, right here at the top, see Auto right here?
Yes.
This is a little AI, okay? To just click in here and say, "Hey Otto, like give me a list of 3 to 5 word hooks. I'm following up with somebody." The reason I say 3 to 5 words is because you want to fit it in the whiteboard. You know what I mean? Like you met with someone. But all you have to do is just tell the AI, "Here's the industry. I already met with them. I'm following up and I want them to click on my video." So typically, when you follow up with somebody, Mark, what's usually the your messaging typically when you follow up?
We would send them something. I'm in the financial service business. Maybe, where is the S&P 500 today? Where is the Schindler
Yep.
index? Just things like that.
Okay. So in terms of that, all right, so you have two. I would start with this. Ask the AI right inside of Dubb, ask Auto, give me a hook, 3 to 5 words related to what you just said. Say it's just about it's just about educating the AI. Hey, like you just literally told me, I follow up with these people. I'm giving them updates on these things. Give me a short little phrase that's going to make someone want to click on the video. And then it'll give you those little phrases. And then you can just choose whatever one you want. And then you add it to the whiteboard. That way the message is there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You could,
And if I set up a Zoom with somebody, let's say I go to Pro, when I'm doing a training with them, would I be able to talk with them?
oh yeah, no, we meet with people all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
but what I would do first, just as like a little test, just go back to this training on YouTube when it's uploaded there and
Okay.
just practice the webcam because it's in the recording. Open up the webcam, use the whiteboard, and just send us a practice. Send it to feedback at Dubb. That's the email that was in the chat. Did you get that? Feedback at Dubb?
Yes.
Send us one. Just try it. And just pretend I'm a client that you met with and you're following up.
Okay.
And that way you can watch it. I would say these videos in general, keep them short, get to the point. You're obviously trying to get them to book again with you, correct? Or what's their next step that you want them to do?
Yeah, just to set up a first appointment, second appointment, things like that.
Okay, so you're following up
Or,
though.
or even existing clients, just
Mm.
to stay in touch and, you know,
Yeah, look, it's all about deciding what you want this to look like. What we just decided with the whiteboard, that's cool for following up. You could technically do this. See this right here, where I'm in the bubble?
uh-huh.
If you're pulling up the S&P and you're doing that whole thing, if you want to just be in a bubble and say, "Hey, let's update on the market," right? I mean, that's cool too. Those are two visuals. But I would start with the webcam. Start with the webcam and the message.
Okay.
That's what I would start with.
All right, I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mark. And then if you're going to the paid one, remember, let support know. If you decide you want to upgrade, email them upgrade and they'll give you the best deal we got. So,
Okay.
yeah. Perfect. Anybody else before we go? We're at the top of the hour. Anything last minute before we head out for the weekend? Anybody? Kelvin, I saw can this take the place of GHL? You know, I'm not too crazy familiar with Go High. I know it does a lot of stuff. I'd have to ask Darius on that one. He's our resident CRM expert in terms of comparisons. I know we do all the basic CRM stuff with Dubb, but unless GHL was doing something crazy, that we don't do outside of that realm, I'd have to find out for you. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for coming in. This recording is going to be on YouTube in a couple hours. Check it out, watch it back, go to the parts you want. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Let us know how we can help support it, Dubb, and we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for coming in.